Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to go over the top reasons why expats leave Thailand. They come here with a big dream of, the fun and the adventure, and they end up leaving after a month or two. So we're going to go over those top things that make the expats leave Thailand. Now, number one on our list, and I'm sure it's going to be no surprise, is homesickness. So someone doesn't realize how much they're going to miss their family and loved ones before they come to Thailand. So before coming here, you want to make sure that you're going to be mentally prepared to leave your families and loved ones. And as soon as you get over here, it would be really good if you would start scheduling video chats with those people that you think you are going to miss the most. So therefore, you're able to see their face, they're able to see yours, you can find out what's going on in their lives. But you really need to be mentally ready to be away from your family before you want to take the move to sell everything and move over here to Thailand. Now, the next one on our list, we're going to call it love gone wrong. A lot of people come over here, they meet a girl online, then they can't wait to get over here to meet them. So they sell everything, they move their life over here to Thailand, and they realize there's another side to their love interest. And that happens and things may go bad. And instead of, trying again, maybe meeting someone else, they're just like, you know what, this was a bad experience. Now everything I know about Thailand is a negative experience. I just want to get out of here. So that's one of the other reasons that I've seen, a top reason why expats leave Thailand. Now, I would say this next one is number one. It's always probably going to be number one, unfortunately, and that is visa issues. So a lot of people think, I've been to many different countries. I'll go to Thailand and just get a visa there, not knowing that visas here in Thailand can be complex for some. So if you're coming over here, let's say, and you're 50 and older and you want to do a retirement visa, well, you could probably do that. Just know there's financial requirements. There's also insurance requirements that you must meet. You need to take a lot of money and put it into a Thai bank account. So there is a lot of red tape that you're going to need to go through. So if you don't have the amount of money that Thailand is looking for you to put in their bank, or you don't have an income stream, a regular one coming, then this may be problematic for you. And for people who are under the age of 50, it's even more complex because there's not a lot of visa options for you. Now, this is the group that I see leaving the most, the ones under 50 that can't find a visa to stay in Thailand long term. There are some visa options that will allow you to stay long term, only the requirements are very strict, or there's financial requirements which are really strict. So it is problematic. The one that everyone seems to default to is the ED visa, known as the education visa, which, yes, you could stay here depending on how it works out for you for up to 2 years, possibly even 3 with some extensions, switching schools, but that's about it. So you're looking at max of 3 years here in Thailand, and the visa process as you're going for those 3 years are quite complicated. You're going to need to come in periodically and show immigration that you are learning whatever skill it is that you were learning here. And if they're not thoroughly convinced, they can deny your visa and you're out of here, which means that every 90 days it gets a little nerve-wracking because you got to renew your visa at your check-in, and they do check to see, let's say you're learning the language, how well you speak Thai. So just keep that in mind. So the number one issue is everyone gets sick of the visa requirements in order to stay in Thailand for long term. So do your research before you leave. Make sure you know what visa that you qualify for. Another one is air quality. So if you don't know this yet, I'll just let you know now. There's a couple of months out of the year that are really bad for air quality. You'll see a lot of Thailand will be in the top in the world for the worst air quality. Now, what's making the air quality so bad? Well, that is because in the months of March and April, it's extremely dry here in Thailand, and a lot of the farmers burn some of their old fields to make room for the new, and there's other reasons they burn it as well. All that smoke goes up into the air, And since there's no rain and there's not a whole lot of wind going on, it ends up just hanging out in the air along with the pollution from environmentals such as motor vehicles and things like that. And even if Thailand were to ban all fires whatsoever, you would still have a problem with the neighboring countries, Cambodia, Laos, or Myanmar. They're still going to be burning. So we're still going to have the same issue. So just know, if you are somebody who suffers from respiratory issues, you will need to contend with this problem. Now, could be a good thing. So you could just move for those couple of months that it's really bad and go to one of the islands like Samui or something like that, maybe even Phuket. So there's a plus to that. You can take a good vacation, even go back to the country you're from and visit all your friends that time each year. But this is a reason why some people leave Thailand, is they're sick of dealing with the smoke issue. Another top reason is income, and for several different reasons. One, they came over here for employment. Let's say they're teaching English somewhere, and that is their source of income. That's what's paying their bills over here. That's what's allowing them to stay here in Thailand, their only source of income. However, if for some reason the school decides they don't need you anymore, or there's any other reason why they fire you, or your job is just not needed anymore, you're done, you're out, unless you can find another job really quick. Because more than likely, if you're over here working, you've got a work visa, and your visa is only applicable if you're working. So that is another reason why I see people leave, is because something doesn't work out in their job and they end up having to leave. A way around this is definitely to try to find a way to live here, making an income from your home country, working online. That would be my number one advice to you as far as making a living here in Thailand if you still need an income stream. Another one on the list that makes a lot of people leave is they just get sick of the heat. Yes, there are cooler parts of the year. December is really cool here in Thailand. But again, that's cool for Thailand, not for the country you probably came from. So the problem is people move here and they think they can handle the heat year round, and they can't. Or there's other environmental issues, like they can't handle the mosquitoes, or they're getting sick all the time. All of these things wrapped into one. Let's say they get food poisoning 5 times and they're just sick of it. They may just be like, you know what, this is more of a pain in the butt than it's worth. I'm out of here. So that's another reason why people leave Thailand. Now, how can we avoid some of these issues? The first thing I would always tell you to do is, if you haven't spent a long period of time here in Thailand, is try to come here if you can for a month-long visit to really get to know Thailand, so you're able to shop in the grocery stores, you're able to live a little bit of your normal daily life here in Thailand versus coming over here for a short amount of time and living as a tourist. And it'll also give you time to look around, find areas that you do like, that you're really interested in moving in. And if you do have a love interest here, you get to know that other person a lot better and find out, what their ugly side is. Everyone's got an ugly side. So it does give you a little bit more time to figure out if that's the one for you. So my number one tip would be to spend a lot of time here in Thailand before you commit to moving. Next one's proper planning. There is planning that needs to take place before you move over here. Emotionally, financially, the whole 9 yards. So you're going to make sure you're emotionally okay to move over here, and your family members are, so they're not calling you, crying, missing you, wanting you back, and making you feel guilty. Get that taken care of. Also, you'll want to make sure that your financials are all in line. You figured out a way with your banks where you can transfer money over here, and you've also got your mail taken care of. Any belongings that you want to hold on to, that somebody is watching those for you. So just make sure you do all the proper planning, so when you move back over here, you don't have any headaches following you from your home country. And the big one that I would say is, do your visa research. Make sure you find the visa that you can qualify for and look it up online. Look at people who have this visa, what they complain about. Make sure you're going to be able to handle all of the intricacies that go along with visa services. Now, know there are visa companies out there that can assist you with your visa issues. We have one that we use. They're all over Thailand. I would say that is a good resource for when you first get here. A lot of people will say, you don't need them. I would say at the beginning, until you understand how the visa process works here, it would be great for someone to hold your hand and help you with the visa process. So that's my biggest tip I can give you on moving to Thailand. Next, I'd like to give some shout outs to some people who contributed to the channel. We're going to start first with Buy Me a Coffee, which there's a link down in the description. So we'd like to thank the following people. First is Lauren S., then Daryl F., and Eric B. So thank you very much. And on Super Thanks, which is that button down below that says thanks, we'd like to thank KP. So thank you, KP. We really appreciate it. Again, if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And until next time, Kap Kun Kap.